Hi Scorpio, forgive me for taking so long, so much going on and not a great deal of cooperation from YouTube just lately, but there we go, chakra reading today, that's what we're doing this time around. The tarot will be back, but right now we're looking at chakras and we're trying to find as much balance as we can with Rachel Sharman's chakra reading deck. Here it is, and let's turn over the first card for Scorpio in this reading. Throat chakra, number 23, truth. And with the truth, we've got the symbol of the scales there. Very kind of Libran energy, this, isn't it? But it is a Scorpio reading. And throat chakra, it's all about speaking your truth, really, and also being able to speak in the most kind of clear way you can to get your ideas across. And it's the idea of balance that's actually bringing that to me as I do this reading for you guys. Balance is a real important thing, and when you're getting your ideas across, you need to be aware of who you're kind of talking to, really, because that's going to get your ideas across in the most balanced way possible. Now there's fire in one of the scales here. Let's have a closer look at this. Yeah, we got fire on one side and water on the other. So there's a balancing of the energies there. We've got kind of fire sign energy, Leo, Sagittarius and Aries, and water signs as well, Cancer, Scorpio, yourselves, and Pisces. So balance that water sign energy with the idea of kind of fire on the other side of things. This is a very inspiring time that I'm doing this video at. If you're watching in the future, then I guess you've got inspiration pouring into your life as well, because I'm sure you'll be drawn to watch this video at the right time for you, whatever time that is. But as it's always the case with the throat chakra, a good crystal to work with is turquoise, Scorpio, if you have that available. If you don't actually have a turquoise crystal, no problem. All you've got to do is use an etheric crystal. Close your eyes, meditate a bit if you can, clear your thoughts, basically. That's the thing to do. And it's always good to close your eyes and kind of look out into the beyond. It seems like a false thing, but it's not. It's the real, true reality when you look out into the great beyond with your eyes closed. See what inspiration comes and visualize that throat chakra as a beautiful, clean, spinning turquoise-coloured disc in front of your throat there. And it's spinning the right way, which is clockwise. No one's ever told me if that means clockwise as I'm looking at you, or clockwise as you're looking at me. I don't really know, but you'll instinctively know if it's right. And if someone a person is getting in the way of you speaking your truth, or like me, you keep getting a cough, excuse me, and you don't know how to edit it out of videos yet, then visualize that throat chakra as clean as a whistle, really, really gleaming, beautiful blue color, and anything in there that's a problem, you can either put it on a cloud and send it off into the light, or you can mentally give it to the angels, but either way, that will be transmuted. And whatever problems you're having speaking your truth at the moment, Scorpio, they will actually be turned into part of the success. That's how these things work, you know? Things that come in, people say things are sent to try us. That's true, but they're also sent to be a part of the solution, okay? Turn the problem into the solution. That's the thing to do. And the way to do that is by speaking clearly, and just do have your mind on that whole idea of balance here, okay? Really looking at the scales in this and thinking things need to come into balance. Because being a water sign, you know, it doesn't actually cut you off from the energies of everything else. It just means that's your main thing. Okay, so that is card number 1. Let us have a shuffle and see what comes up for card number 2. Lots of turquoise colour in my background today, actually, so that's no bad thing. And whenever we're cleansing the chakras, it's good to either visualize nature or actually get out into it if you possibly can. It's not always easy for everyone to get out into nature. That's a fact of life. Anyway, what's the next card? And what is what is that whole thing of speaking your truth and finding that balance? Where is that leading you? It's leading you to the crown chakra, psychic development, number 27 here. Now then, whoever you are, Scorpio, you're looking into this this crystal ball. Maybe you're not doing that deliberately. Maybe that's part of your kind of dream experience going on. And I'm back onto the idea of etheric crystals as well. Now that is something that a lot of people think, well, that's crazy. You've got to like buy a crystal for money for the affirmation. Well, there's something in that, but we can't always just go out and buy a beautiful, great crystal ball like this. And if we do, there's no guarantee we'll get exactly the right one for us. So remember that we live on the earth, which itself is a massive crystal and is full of huge deposits of natural crystals, crystals of every kind, by the way, which will never be discovered. You know, deep down in the earth, they'll never be found, some of them. And those ones and all the crystals in the earth, including Mother Earth herself, are all working for all of us all of the time. It's just a very modern thing to think you've got to dig one up and have it polished and pay for it, and then it's yours. Really, they're working for us all the time. And in psychic development, that is a real good concept to hang on to, because not just the earth, but the whole universe is behind you when you're on that journey and you're trying to make that a real thing that happens in your life and actually brings success to you. Well, psychic development always does, okay? Because so many people in the world think it's nonsense. There are many videos on YouTube of people saying, you can't believe in this, it's wrong, because I say it's wrong. And that's just their opinion, you know. All they've really got, those science people, is they've got a belief in science, which quite honestly is no more real than believing in psychic things, psychic stuff, psychic goings on. It's all real. It's all working for us all the time. So just link up to the universe, visualize that crown chakra, Scorpio, as nice and clear and nice and clean. My throat chakra is still kicking off here, but what can I do? Visualize that crown chakra, okay? Because that's what links you to the Stargate chakra. That's what really links you to the divine information. Don't forget to ground yourself. That's important too, but we're looking at the higher chakras here, most particularly the crown chakra energy. Dear me, I'm so full of coughing today. Let's have a shuffle and find out what card number 3 is in this reading for the sign of Scorpio, which I'm really enjoying doing, actually. There's a real kind of light energy about this. So if the energy is feeling heavy about you guys, just kind of, again, close your eyes, visualize that beautiful spark of light out in the universe, connecting to the beautiful spark of light at the core of your being. We've all got that. And again, it's working for us all the time. All we've got to do is visualize and believe, and we can tap into it. And here we go, card number 3. And we're with the sacral chakra here. Now, this is all about creativity. If you're kind of concerned about your sacral chakra and everything involved in that, has to do with appetites and desires, basically, then celebrate those appetites, celebrate those desires, because they are actually part of your spiritual soul, and they are actually part of your thoughts and feelings for a reason. There's no point denying who you are. Not everybody responds to your own actual appetites and desires. That's quite a mission of itself, finding other people who are in agreement with it and in the same frame of mind. But be creative, and that doesn't just mean be creative, that means think creatively, yeah? If you're not actually in a position to go ahead and do all the creative things that you're planning at the moment, a great way to free up that stuck energy is just to visualize what you would like to do. I'm very blessed that sometimes I'm involved in crafty things and making things. At one time I worked in a harp factory. That was a wonderful thing to do, you know, and inspiration is a big part of the joys of creativity. It really is. And if you actually visualize what you want to create, you will find that you do have some ability to do it somewhere. It might be a long thinking process to actually get there and to actually be able to start doing it. But as you visualize these things, you see, you get in tune with them. And then the universe, which is always in tune with us, comes into your life personally, and things start happening. You start meeting the people you need to meet to make things happen, and you start finding the resources you need. Things just come to people. Have you ever watched a YouTube video about someone with an amazing car, and they've got a big channel and lots of followers, and people just give them amazing cars? That kind of thing. It's not just cars, it's anything really. And that is because they're, you know, as a YouTuber, they're kind of living that reality. They're living that dream all the the time. They're focused on it. They're thinking about it. And that attracts other people. That attracts other energies. And it really is very, very uplifting. It's a bit like the Three of Cups in Tarot, where you've got people coming together and working together. You've got to visualize and you've got to believe and you've got to see your creative vision as something that can come into being and actually be real. As we look at this card, it's a bit like the shadow self here. We've got like one side of the face showing through. Let me have a closer look. And a great mass of colours on the other side. And I don't know if you can see it, but right up here, there's like a spiritual figure, a spiritual person who's coming in around it. And whatever creativeness you have, in fact, any particular thing in the spiritual life is matched and added to this way. But here we're looking at your creativity. When you put that desire out, when you actually meditate on it, when you actually believe in your heart that it can be real, because you've got to visualize and believe, right? And do believe it, Scorpio, because it can happen and it will happen. As soon as you put that out, there's some equal and not necessarily opposite, but maybe different energy out there in the universe that's going to come into tune with you and actually make these things possible, make these things feasible, and ultimately is going to partner that energy with you and make the thing happen in real life. Okay, so however frustrated you might be in terms of being creative and your appetites, your desires in that direction, just keep on visualizing, keep on believing, because you can have it. This card coming up and you being drawn to this reading, Scorpio, says that you can actually have this. Okay, let us have a quick recap over what we've got. First card we had was truth. We're in the throat chakra there. Speak your truth fearlessly. That's a real important part of manifestation. You know, people say mantras, people chant things, and people just keep on believing things. There's a rhythm of life, and that rhythm will slowly draw to you what you deserve and what you need in the most positive way you can imagine. And then we came on to psychic development. Now this really plays into both the speaking your truth side of things and the creativity side of things. In fact, it plays into all areas of life, guys, because as you develop psychically, you can draw people to you, people who can help you and people who need your help. And that creates a two-way street, you know, and that is so positive because that two-way street is a flow of energy that makes things real and makes things happen. And then we came to card number 10, creativity. In the sacral chakra, appetites, desires, don't be ashamed of them. Think of ways you can make them happen that's for the highest good of everyone. That's always the goal with chakra cards and chakra readings. Focus on the highest good. What's the best you could actually do in the most positive way? And that, my friends, is going to get you in touch with all the positive energies of the universe, and all the positive energies of this earth are part of that universal energy. We're all part of the universe. Just get in tune. That's what the chakras are all about. That's what this reading's been about. I'm Andy. Thanks very much for watching. If you would like a reading for a small fee, drop me a line, an email at 35and83@gmail.com. Address is going to be down there in the comments below. Meanwhile, have a fantastic time, and I'll be back soon with more readings. Peace.